And now we know that Anna Hazare will be released. But did the government violate civil rights by arresting him in the first place? Will the government pay a heavy political price for what has happened today? Well, let me go straight across to my panel tonight as we continue to keep you up to date with the latest live developments. We have the Congress spokesperson Renuka Chaudhary, who joins us from Hyderabad. We have Rajya Sabha MP and member of the BJP, Mr. Chandan Mitra, here in the studio with us. We have Anupam Kher, of course, well-known actor and a strong supporter of Anna Hazare and what he stands for. We have Mr. Soli Sorabji, the former Attorney General of India, and we have the political editor of the Hindustan Times, Mr. Vinod Sharma. Mr. Sorabji, I'd like to ask you first, was the government or was the police right in their action against Anna Hazare today? Did he really violate any law even before he undertook his fast?
Well, I think his arrest this morning as he came out from his home was totally unjustified. It was extravagant exercise of power. And what is this? Policemen in plain clothes, they go and arrest him? Is he a dreaded criminal? Was he going to run away? I can understand if he breached the prohibitory order. About prohibitory order also I have my own reservations, but I assume the prohibitory orders are validly issued. Then if he breached them, then you can arrest him. Like any other person, he's not different. Anyone breaches the prohibitory order, you arrest him. But in the morning, what is the matter? I don't understand. I think it lacks sobriety. It lacks sagacity.
The government though says
it was a monstrous folly.
Sure. The government though says that he had clearly. The government says that he had clearly stated his intent, and that he would have violated prohibitory orders, that it would have disturbed the peace. But by acting, you're saying that by acting even before he undertook that protest, that was a violation of his fundamental right to protest.
Correct. Apart from that, it's very serious. How can you take preemptive measures like that? I mean, after all, yes, if he breached the prohibitory order, I understand. But you can't do that. And look at the way it's done. Look at the atmosphere. Policemen in plain clothes, there they are. Arrest him, take him away. I think, to say the least, apart from legality, it was a monstrous folly, I repeat, on the part of the government. They have completely, even I, who was a little critical of his stand about his Lokpal Bill and others, have completely been recalled as his action of the police. And he's become a martyr. They made him a hero and a martyr.
Renuka Chaudhary, then, is the government and the Congress party going to regret this day for a long time to come? Has this really backfired on the centre in a big way?
Nidhi, I think what we need to honestly look at is that we have entertained Mr. Hazare, I think, far longer than what was required. And we had requested him, we have pleaded with him, and I think you will all appreciate that the government has a larger commitment towards the majority of people, where we have to maintain law and order. We just have to take the precautionary steps. Mr. Hazare may mean very well, with great respect to him, but the fact of the matter is there are a lot of opportunists and antisocial elements who can jump into this issue. The fact of the matter is also that this is after 15th August. And the whole nation is on a red alert. Every airport, every citizen cooperates when they're frisked extra and we look into security measures. This is really not the time for him to have taken such a stand. Also,
but
we are
Chaudhary,
a little lost in trying to understand.
All Indians do have a fundamental right to peaceful protest. There are a lot of people who may not agree with Anna Hazare's movement, right. But it was a peaceful protest. And I think what Mr. Sorabji is saying is that it was a violation of his right to protest.
No, I appreciate that he feels that it's a violation of his right to protest. But number one, we must understand what is the protest about. If the parliament is seized with the matter, there are discussions going on. The government has liaised with him. His Janpal Bill will come to the parliament where people will, Jan Lokpal will come to the parliament and people will discuss it there. Every democratic forum is open.
All right.
So what is this posturing about now is what confuses us.
But the point is that you may not agree with why he's protesting, but he still has the right to do that. Doesn't he, Anupam Kher? How do you look back at this day?
He has a right. Yes, we told him that he is entitled to protest, that he is free to sit there for 3 days. But he doesn't want to comply with what the government says.
Okay, Mr.
We are
Khed, your
saying
thoughts?
that do your protest by all means, do it for 3 days. Please ensure that not more than so many people will not take.
Who are you to decide that?
Okay, then let's
Well,
back
I
off from
personally
national interest, national security.
National interest
We'll
is
back
that
off.
he should not protest more than 3 days. Under which law? Under what provision of the
Sorry?
Constitution can you limit somebody's protest to 3 days? Who gives you the authority?
Sorry?
Who gives you the authority? Who gives you the authority to tell somebody that you will protest? However, you can protest only for 3 days, you can bring only 5,000 people, you cannot bring more than 50 cars, and you can't even put up a shamiana in this season. What law gives you that
Hello,
right
there was a
to
144
treat the
imposed.
citizens of this country in this manner?
Tomorrow when there is something happening outside your house, you're going to ask the police why they weren't there to help you.
NDTV's Cricket app, Android and iPhone. Fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.